What up, y'all? What's up, y'all? It's me, Tasha C. And in this particular video, y'all, I will be recapping, reviewing Love After Lockup, also slashes Life After Lockup, season 2, episode 22, that came on and debuted August the 2nd. Okay. Um, Shout out to my YouTube fam. I just want to say real quick, the people who already been watching the show, I'd like to say thank you for supporting me who have been watching the show. I mean, like well, just see you're not part, YouTube fam, my little YouTube family, all that, and want to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe. And don't forget to like this video. It get some recommendations, get the video more out there. Also, too, I wanted to let y'all know that who already people who have been watching my Love After Lockup reviews. I mean, it's a good thing we get one week, but I thought that we were this was gonna come to a season finale this week. So I found out halfway through watching the episode that it's not until um next week. Okay. And I don't know, y'all. I may make another little video to ask y'all or community post. I'm still trying to get used to how to do those, do some type of survey. If y'all want me to review um Love and Listings and or Beyond the Poem. Okay. But I definitely be back. That is my goal to be there for Love It Locked Up. The continuation, new season slash new people. Well, one couple that's for the first season. I was supposed to come back the second season. Okay, you know how this goes. But anyways, y'all, this was quite an interesting episode. There's so much to be said. Okay, I'm just going. Like I said, I just take it right here. I don't take no notes. I probably should start taking notes, but you know how this goes. So, anyways, y'all, I want to get started with let's see here. What are our favorite couples? Let's go with the Brittany Marcelino situation. I don't know how many days it's been or whatever, but we're seeing Marcelino and Brittany on the way back to their lawyer that they already were going to use for this custody back, to gain joint custody originally, at least for Brittany was. And Marcelino was like, okay, yeah, we got altercation, but even in his confessionals, this a-hole still making it about himself and using and projecting what he happened to went through, because he said something about like I couldn't take what happened, what happened with me, which was sad that if what his brothers were taken away to be with his stepfather. But again, that has nothing to do with Jill, and the fact is, this is something Brittany didn't ask him to do. Number two, that could be, August 6th, y'all, like I said, go to website Starcasm. Okay, they are very accurate and talk about these reality shows and different information and stuff what's going on, in the reality stars life. So they Tito not too long ago just got Gio back because he said, they kidnapped his son, whatever he felt like, finally got his son back. So they posed to go in a hearing. So I don't know how current this the season finale is, you know what I mean? Because they're supposed to have another hearing over custody because they have a temporary, or maybe it's the one because they said also recently they have a temporary joint one. Maybe it's a mediator that helped establish that slash maybe the lawyer. I think a lawyer can be a mediator as well too. I think too. All right, I know mediators don't have to be lawyer. You know what I mean? Okay, but I forgot, and I took a class that had one class session about that. Okay, anyway, so but they have temporary jokers. Probably have the grandparents meet in the parking lot of McDonald's to get that done. But as far as the current hearing, will be August the 6th. So I will try to make sure to tell y'all, just in case y'all didn't go to that website, if they have any more information about what was done and what was said. Okay. So, anyways, y'all. But even Brittany, when they go to Laura's office, to me, I was surprised, and maybe because it was time that went over. I thought Gio was already at with his dad back with his dad till again. I guess it must have been, in school, whatever, preschool, whatever. Because when they go to Laura, Gio is still with them, Marcino, and Brittany, okay, and they explained to Laura, Laura I heard some stuff that happened, and he explained he got into a physical altercation and they're concerned about Brittany's concerned about losing her child, but then she says also to the lawyer like, well, he told me or texted me also that she didn't say all the stuff that was said in the last episode after the altercation happened and Marcelino came home. She said, like, he said he should have let me not keep the child, for so long. I mean, children are not supposed to be used as a pawn and blah blah blah. But I'm thinking, like, okay, yeah, that's true. But at the same time, it's almost like I was surprised that she wasn't more frustrated with Marcelino than what she was, considering that it never would have went down like that, and probably would have easily got joint custody. Y'all still want to go in court like that, and probably wouldn't have to go where it's going. And but the lawyers basically say they're going to try to do this like emergency hearing, and do the best they can and take it from there, whatever. And Brittany is scared about possibly losing custody of her son, but it's like I said, I was surprised she really didn't. Person to me, y'all, really be like more so be mad Marcelino, because like I said, Marcelino want to go back again, project what happened wrong in his life and compare and try to justify butting in, and I mean, and using some of his military fighting skills against Tito. Okay, so Brittany's mom comes, I think, from out of town, and we got Marcelina's mom, and even Marcelina's cousin. Like I said, you would never even know, like, Marcelina was, like, kind of the problem of why possibly a little Gio might be taken away from her, because even Marcelina's cousin's talking to him, like, man, it's a shame y'all have to go to this custody stuff with him. I'm thinking, like, did my eyes deceive me? You would think they were the victims. Okay, and Brittany's, of course, talked to Amanda, because Amanda comes there. Amanda's, so they had this little, like, picnic, whatever, and the little baby's name, this little baby sister, I forgot, I was going to say little baby's name, I forgot, his little sister was there. So she's having this little picnic, I guess possibly just in case she may lose custody of little Gio the next day. But I was just like, the way I took it, y'all, was almost like, okay, Marcelino is the reason why you're stressed and whatever, but you're up there kind of acting like as if he was the victim, and Tito is the one doing them wrong. It's me, y'all. I just was sitting here like, what? You know what? Not my business. But I'm just saying, it's like, wait a minute, why are y'all acting like Tito was the one? Okay, now I have nothing else to say today because that's much for me. Now, here we got another thing going on. We got Clint and Tracy. Now, remember they supposed to renew their vows, more so because Tracy wants our love to be proven, Clint to prove his love to her, basically. And she talking to producers, and Clint just stormed off, whatever, right? And they didn't go into detail, but Tracy said, I guess, an inappropriate joke or something about drugs, but it wasn't saying anything whether it mean like, was she gonna take some? Was she saying Clint was taking some? Because I noticed nobody said anything. I know they said he had a little bit alcohol problem when he was up there, having the little Debbie trucks and, whatever, and driving off with it, whatever. The Starcast was talking about that too. But a couple years ago, whatever. But it just seemed like he took off. And already there's some guilt. There's already allegedly some speculations. We say allegedly, caps. But about also Mr. Clint up there also intaking and some, some just might be a little dabbles, a little substance as well. Okay, so and like I said, the guilt trip, the whole thing, but he took off and some, like I said, we don't know what the joke is, and I know she never said what the joke is. So, Clint finally comes back and, because, she, like I said, she was talking to producer, like, he just left. I said something. He came back, all frustrated, like, you should never joke me, blah, blah, blah. Then he brings up back again about her, taking the car a year ago, to go back to singing Mother effing crack. Oh, it's not funny, but this is actually sad. And they go back for again. He was saying, she was like, well, something about she was going for you were going 30 minutes. He like, you've been going for 2 weeks and blah 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 stuff like that. And they going back for blah blah. And that's what I'm thinking. Like, if Clint doesn't feel comfortable, why did he take Tracy back? Even for that, that's what he keeps bringing up, the mother effing crack. Okay, he keeps bringing that up. I'm surprised they ain't gave that didn't trademark or copyright or get LLC for that statement. As much times we heard mother effing crack. Okay, because he keeps bringing this up, but he had a choice. He didn't have to go back to Tracy. You know what I'm saying? That was his choice. And could have did the process, whatever, out, since they weren't married long enough, he could have had the marriage even annulled, whatever. You know what I'm saying? He's kind of been used to his third marriage, you know what I mean? So, they going back and forth. He said some comment, about But here Tracy said some comment I noticed real quick, like, well, at least I was able to get a ride back for it. He was like, you probably had to excuse me? I had to pull captions on, like, excuse me? And she was like, yeah, whatever. They just go back and forth. I started tuning out because I'm like, oh, here they go again, okay? So they're going back and forth, and then, got the part you just hearing people doing the Charlie Brown argument. Wah, 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 wah. She gets in the car, whatever, about to, back for the day. You know what? It's over. I don't want to get married, blah, blah, whatever. Forget you. Well, forget you, too. That type of thing, how it ended up. So, you think she about to leave, then all of a sudden they just talking with Vince later because, like I said, he took off, and like I said, so the lady might be dabbling some stuff too, like some of this behavior was questionable, little dabbling, look like back little dabbling again, okay? So, but then all of a sudden, like, seemed like 2 seconds later, after they said some foul stuff, and he was like, "You need to apologize for saying that comment or joke, whatever." And Tracy's like, "What?" And then, like I said, y'all, I was just. It was entertaining, but it didn't do much, okay? So they end up after 2 seconds later, snap, we're still together. If y'all know where that was from, if Living Color, one of the classic sketch shows, if y'all ever seen it before, Dwayne, one of the Brain brothers, the Wayne's comedy family siblings, and David Allen Greer, okay, used to play this couple that talk smash each other all the time, but then they always let the world know we still together. So now they supposed to get married, but Tracy even said, like, what, I ain't gotta get married. So I'm thinking, like, I thought they were already married. Were they practicing? When did okay, you know what? Never mind. But they still together. Okay, next. So anyway, ooh, okay. This is surprising. I don't know who to pick. But you know what? We're gonna shift again. Like I said, y'all been watching my videos before. I usually used to have the Romulus triangle tripod, whatever, at the end of it, the thruple. I'm gonna have them again because this time we have a scene where Megan has this shoebox, still kept in a Ziploc bag, some drivers. These are the roses for all. And then she's going back looking at the cards, hanging the cards, but she's like, I know my parents say he's not good for me, but I mean, love, I was trying to tune out too, which is too frustrating. And then most of the pictures that she was going over is when she met with him, one day and a half, Niagara Falls, and I think maybe some other pictures that looked like maybe when she was visiting, I don't know, she took pictures and put them in her phone, I don't know, but she's still like, I don't know, but about the baby, I don't know how this is going to affect our relationship, but at the same time, I don't know, we haven't really talked, and he hasn't really talked to her, I guess, ever since he FaceTime her and text her the picture of his new baby Rain, okay, Mr. Michael, okay. So anyway, she still wants to hold on to his relation, blah, 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 still. I don't know what's in here. But then she's like, she doesn't know what to decide, because even if you want divorce, even though she said she still wanted him, right? Then 2 seconds later, like, even if he was to get a divorce today, I don't know how I would feel. Okay, now we up in Flint. Now, we got, Sarah, she got a house, whatever, but they said rental. I don't know, I guess, instead of saying Airbnb, they said Sarah rental. So, Michael's on his way to visit. I guess he got a little pass or something, checked in with his little PO there, whatever, right? He's still on tether for 30 more days. And, he comes in and his daughter like, yay, motherfucker, which before it was cute, before he came in, whatever, right? His daughter, Sarah's doing her hair, and his oldest, the baby, of course, that is already talking stuff. She like this. She feels like her daddy's going, be more excited to see her because her hair is up and she got her little hair done, curls and everything. So when he comes to the door, of course, she hugs her dad, whatever. And then, Sarah got, little Rain in her hand. And he looks like, oh, hey, what you doing? He's trying to kiss her. Sarah said she was trying to seemed like kiss or on the lips, but she ends up giving a cheek. So I don't know if he purposely was trying to kiss on the cheek anyway. But anyways, here's the thing. First, he was Michael go ask them, he holds Rain, he talks to his other little girl, whatever, and the oldest child is like, okay, mommy, dad, whatever. I got some books over here. We gonna do some Crayola crayons, artwork. Meet you over here on the table, okay? And we probably gonna listen to Baby Shark. But anyway, so he and Sarah talk about. So Michael decides to ask Sarah, how long she gonna stay there? And she said for a couple of days, my maternity leave's about to get off, and our daughter got to get shots, and they're expensive. You know what I mean? You live up here. I live in New York, so I don't know how you're gonna work this out. And then that's when Michael had in mind, about the tether. You only got 3 more days left. And then she's like, I know, but you still on parole, bro. And he was like, but I can get travel passes and blah blah blah. So I don't know if that means like helping out, or he's still trying to make this marriage on paper, but a sad situationship work. Okay. So anyway, then I guess they were going to talk about, I guess, the state of of what the heck they're going to do. And he suggested, well, how about we go dinner? And he was like, well, so, and then here goes Sarah. So, what we going to do? The family, blah, blah. And he already asked in advance. And did y'all pay attention? You already seen the episode. Pay attention if you haven't already watched the episode. And when he said, well, I'm going to get my mom or Day Day to watch, the oldest one was like, no! It's like, what? Is something wrong here? She ain't feeling one of them? Because she said that with a quickness, okay? Or maybe she was mad that they're trying to go by herself and she wants to be able to spend time with her dad that she hasn't seen in years and years and years and years. I feel you, little princess. So anyway, he's trying to suggest all of a sudden, well, how about we go out to dinner, just me and you, like I said before. And Cheryl's like, then she's talking about she kind of feels like, I don't know, she wants to actually go dinner with him. And they get into some argument too, like just spaz out nowhere as usual. And he was like, but I don't want to do it in front of the kids. But she was like, I thought we were going to do this family, something like that. And then they get an argument, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, before Sarah got a chance, like I said, I think so far she wanted to just test Michael with divorce papers, but still, out of the 5 minutes the scene was going, she never mentioned one thing about I got them papers on me or nothing. He was the one who surprised her. The minute when they do that little so-called argument, blah, 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 then he's like, you know what? I think we need to get divorced. And she, Scooby-Doo, and in the scene, okay? She didn't expect him to say it before her. So she was thinking, like I said, she probably gonna go her so-called black scent. So we'll see on season finale next week with that one. So let's end that part. Whew. Now let's go with Lizzie and Scott. Okay, we'll see Andrea or whatever her real name, government name is, for last at this time. Lizzie and Scott was an interesting turn of events to me personally. Now Charlene has went back out to go get some drug tests, right? And probably a bag of pretzels. And then she's like, okay, you pee here. And then for some reason, Lizzie's still up here. I don't know if she's in a bikini or whatever under the towel, but she's still sitting there basically with a towel there. She didn't change or nothing, anything, just still was waiting, just talking to Scott. And when she, I think they were still talking, so she was like, okay, I need to take the test. And like Lizzie said, she felt that Scott was changing, blah, blah, blah. So she went ahead, peed. They even got a show to pee. I mean, it's no, like, completely grossed out thing. But I'm like, they just got to sit there. Ain't no damn apple juice. Anyway, so she, Charlene looks at the thing, and here's Lizzie. She's negative, okay? By the way, it's up there in her on Scar too. She's got this new, like, mohawk style. And I mean, it's good that she's really considerate about it, and as hard and as passionate she's thinking about going to school to be a drug and counselor or something like that. So that's good. So anyway, Scott, when it's time for Scott, it was like, okay, are you going to go pee? And Lizzie was the main one asking him. Shirley, I can't pee. And I knew something was wrong, and he kept making excuses. Oh, I can't pee or whatever, or I have to wait to pee and stuff like that, trying to be hesitant or get out of doing tests. And Liz was like, okay, I'll go in there with you. Because, she can't be with him if he's on drugs, at least, So, what happened was that it was slightly, the door open, but you see from the back of Scott, like, oh, I can't pee. And I was like, wait a minute now. And she's like, well, I'll just run some water. Still, he can't pee. And that's when I knew, like, So he creaks the doorway, and that's when, but it's still open enough where the audience and the producers, camera crew can hear everything what he's saying. And then he tells Lizzie, I might as well come clean or something like that. I have been dealing with some problems lately. So apparently with Lizzie, for whatever reason, the dopes, that was actually obviously Scott's dope spoon. But then what was even more shocking is it's like, how did Charlene not know that Scott had a drug problem? Now Scott admitted his own self that he used to do amphetamine and I think heroin, like he admitted that he was on drug pass, but he's made a scene finally in the confessionals also as well at the same time as if he was only on drugs, got back on him because of the breakup with him and Lizzie, okay? And so, but Harry's at the same time go back to Lizzie. And I notice the pattern is he'll tell Lizzie like nobody else cares about him or F whatever certain females to make Lizzie feel better. But then he'll turn around and say, Charlene, like, yeah, but you are my friend. And you have been there for me. You see what I'm saying? Or if the other or Charlene is from his face, like he talks, just goes that back and forth stuff, okay? So he's telling Lizzie, well, I don't know what it feels, starts crying, whatever, and you have to help me. I wonder you can help me. Nobody else is there for me. I don't have nobody else. Excuse you, ain't Charlene living with you to help you pay your bills and consider, besides being addicted to a couple substances, he's addicted to like Lizzie at the moment as far as, spending all this money as well too on top of that, and besides having some couple substance habits. So but he goes to that basic talk stuff. When he comes out the room, he sits down and then Charlene's talking, because, even Lizzie's even trying to say, how about, we go to patient treatment, stuff like that, because he's like, wanting her to be there and want her to help him get off his addiction and stuff. Like, okay, the help, the treatment that Scott needs, I don't think, even though Lizzie can be annoying as hell a lot, it's understandable that she left, probably isably for this reason, because it's issues that he needs to be able to take care of. It's not to say somebody's helping, but he also had to be willing to let other people help him, because like I said, with Charlene, even though she's been his friend for 15 years, I don't know, he used to have substance abuse addiction, because when he comes out, then it changes, like, she was like, here comes Charlene talking to him, like, wait a minute now, I'm supposed to be your friend, you never told me that you were going through this and stuff like that, why you didn't come? He was like, well, I didn't know what to say, I was very, just still saying then, but kind of making it seem like, okay, he didn't want to put a burden, just like saying what the excuses that he has on top of his head. And that's why I said I was kind of surprised too, like Charlene didn't catch on to it. Him and Lizzie, because Lizzie was like, well, let me go change real quick. And she was like, okay, I guess she was going to get ready to leave and get her purse and time for her to leave. And her and Scott talk outside. And Scott wants her to stay. And Lizzie's like, I have to think about it. And then she can't be around him because, he's on, him being on drugs, and she don't want to go, to jail for being around somebody who has drugs on and stuff like that. But he, again, is kind of making excuses. Lizzie's like, you've been on it all this time. He's like, no, I haven't. I just did it a couple times, slipped by, couldn't stop. Can you be with me, please, blah, blah, blah. You got, that type of thing. So I'm like, oh my gosh, this is just messed up. So he was like, you ain't coming back and getting someone semi-mad. But, Liz was like, I love you, but I can't be. But she has a problem. But kind of, again, bring Charlene. Charlene got nothing to do with the choices, the poor choices that Scott has made, okay? Because she going to bring up Charlene again, talking about some, but this time not in front of her face, though. I already have a problem with Charlene living with you and being here, but you're on drugs too, and blah, blah, I can't stay, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, it's an unhealthy relationship. Yeah, it is. But it's also unhealthy on both sides. Okay, whatever. So she said she was going to leave. And he already kind of was frustrated and it looked like it was, and then they showed the confessional, y'all. I don't know if it was in Cali. I don't know if that, like, maybe it wasn't there. But she had an envelope with some of her letters. I don't know if it's kept to confess because she was still dealing with addiction as well. I don't know if it's one of those people who deals with addiction issues and tries to get with broken people to fix them, especially if they deal with addictions. Well, I don't know, okay? But he took out one letter that he kept from when she was still incarcerated, and he was like, here, I don't know if it was cards, but the paper, when I got this damn convertible, when I got these blah, 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 blah. And he started trying to be like, one night when I was clean or something like that on this day, and she ripped up the letter, he walked off the damn thing. I'm like, what the heck is this? Oh, Lord. Okay, I'm done with that. So now we see the best for last. Lamar and Andrea slash, and that's what you call. For all we know, Andrea's name could be Shaniqua or Sherry or somebody like that. Okay, her name might be Tasha too, for all the hell we know. So I'm just saying is, where the hell is her family? I'm looking, I ain't gonna lie, I'm surprised nothing's came to start casting about Andrea where she came from, okay? Or, you know what I'm saying? I don't know where she's came from. She keeps acting like as if she was born in Utah, but here she has in a rented apartment. Now she has a plan where she's like, how Lamar, I guess, is supposed to be originally last day vacation, right? But how's your day? How did you like this trip so far? Blah blah blah. They were really trying to make you feel better. Ain't Utah so nice? Ain't it just nice? Lamar just worried about making his music and going to school and getting himself together, but going back to West Coast, he's just like whatever, right? So Laura drops her off with her friend. Also, the other black woman is there. We don't know how the hell she got there. Neither Michelle, right? But the logical one, not more, the logical one. Okay. Now she goes to meet with that. And, they both claim that they had fun at this indirect racist slash cult intervention. I mean, converting thing they were trying to do with Lamar Webb. Because, Mandria also forgot to mention when earlier before she got to let me with her friend Michelle, she all saying like, we gonna go to church and stuff like that. And he already said like, I ain't got time for that stuff like that. The children of the corn cult following, okay? So, led by the very saturated red orange man. I think that was Stephanie's husband, okay? So, they all talking. Like I said, they had fun at this indirect racist chitlin minstrel show going on last week in the regular. So Andrea was telling Michelle, like I said, y'all better watch it. Andrea also probably Latasha Morrison, whatever the hell she is, because I'm starting to wonder if that's really who Andrea is. Something just ain't right, y'all. Okay. It's more obvious in my damn gray hair that I prematurely got due to my mom's side. Okay, that's how obvious it is. Okay, so anyway, she's all got a plan. This is not a vacation. It's an attempt kidnapping. Okay, of a grown ass man, of her own husband. She tells Michelle all these plans because she's like, are you going to help me? But, Michelle's like this. Keep stuff in open. Basically, he has to be naturally able to accept this, though. Even though this is your husband, you do want to come back here, whatever. You can't just be doing some follow. So, here go Andrea. I'm just going to call her Latasha, okay? Decides to start saying this stuff, okay? What she planned on doing. Because she's determined. Now, there's different manifestation. Medifying, put in the air to manifest what you want to come to happen, okay? Then sitting up here, this is what's going to happen. Because I said I'm going to make it happen. And it's going to happen because it's going to happen. You only got one choice, and it's mine. And it's going to be my way. That's how she's giving me, I don't know, she got a, axe under the bed, a little misery. I don't know. I'm just saying is, for the movie. But so she decides to tell us, y'all, Lamar is not going to leave. She has talked to his PO. Now we don't know if he's talked to his PO. Now I didn't know, even married couple is now that the spouse of the person that's going for probation, parole, whatever, can just have talks with everything. She's trying to get him to parole to Utah. She's already talked to, besides last week, to her old boss, and she's going to get these kids back in school. They're being sent back there, I guess, as we speak, to Utah, and because she wants to leave the slum in LA. I'm like, Latasha, shut the hell up. Her thinking she's better than and stuff, and you trying to fit in, into, the fit in stuff like that. You don't sit your damn Oreo cookie ass down. Anyway, so she's telling everything that this is how she's going to make Lamar stay. He ain't going to leave. He going to stay up here and finish his life with me. And the kids, that's the only way. Because I took his birth certificate first. I'm like, you could always get another one. Well, what is the problem? That you could even reorder a social security card online. What the hell she told? But then she told, I took his debit card. That's what I'm saying. She's a little too comfortable. How many times has Latasha been doing this? Okay, that's what I'm gonna call for now. And she ever come back over again until we find out any more information. Her name is Latasha from now on. Okay. So Latasha and Michelle is concerned, and she even says, you sound, straight jackish," and and like, why would you do something like that? No, that's how it's gonna go. He's gonna stay here. We're gonna stay here, and blah blah blah. I'm gonna say stuff, and she's like, okay, that's unfair, and he's supposed to be able to make, the decision. She's basically trying to say, no, this is my decision, okay, and this is how it's gonna go. And I'm thinking, like, you're incriminating yourself on TV that you're sitting here kidnapped. Okay, never mind. Just in case of Lamar want to use this as evidence or his family. She got it all on the TV screen, okay? So, I guess it's the next day or something or whatever, and they wake up, and she like, well, did you like it here, whatever? And then he says, blah, blah, and then she's like, you know what? I found a property here. And he was just like, it's cool, whatever, but he's ready to go back to Cali, okay? But she decides to say this. You know what? I found a property here, and I have to make a down payment today. And he's like, whatever. I'm okay. We get ready to go home, finish packing, okay? We ain't about to pay for extra day, whatever the heck was going on. And she's like, I'm serious. We're going to be here. And he's like, hell no. Like, what is you talking about? And she's like, he was like, she's spraying. The kids is coming up here, back again, they're on their way. And she said, we're going to stay here. And then she missed Lamar. And I wonder, was she more comfortable? Even though she's straight jackets and all, she still made sure to tell Lamar this, more so because she knew that cameras and producers were around to say this stuff, that she's admitting that she's took his property from him, birth certificate, stuff that is used to confirm identity, where you were born at, your parents, parents' social security number on there, where the birth, you see what I'm saying? Personal property of him, and knew that it's good that she can say this while the cameras are rolling. Would this be the same thing if nobody's wrong? We don't know. But I know, I'm starting to know why, like I said, why some people are not Latasha's not, like, half enjoying her family. And probably why the last couple, her husband or ex-husband or husband, the previous relationships might not work. Because, like I said, she is a cray-cray. So, he's like, what the hell? And he was like, this is some crazy bitch. And she like, what are you talking about? No, we gonna stay here. We gonna stay here. So she decided she locking the door on the bathroom. And he's like on the door, like, give me my ID. Because he looked to see her ID, the birth certificate and the debit card. And he's like, this is ridiculous. And she don't know, we gotta stay. She start crying, though, but I need us to stay here. And she got that door locked and stuff, though, y'all. But like I said, it's still filming. And it ends with that, okay? Because he's like, you ain't trying to keep me here and keep me hot. You trying to kidnap me, and she all now, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, y'all, this is, I have lost for words with this. Okay, so y'all have a pleasant night, your pleasant weekend. See y'all next week for the season finale, finally, about this. And what is your thoughts, your comments about this show, how the way it's going, And are we going to know more about Latasha? Okay, who she really is in the background. Because, the more she talks, besides looking down on folks and everybody thinking else, she is really trying it. And I personally feel like she's trying it more because the cameras are there. Okay? That gives her a little extra bravery. Okay? She knows, she feels like he ain't gonna, strangle me or nothing like that, whatever, because the cameras is here and stuff. He already on probation. And, whatever. So, my gosh. But anyway, y'all, see y'all in the next video. All right. Hugs and lugs again, everybody, and 99.